Top 10 gemstones that look fake, but are 100% real. In a world where synthetic sparkle and lab-grown gems are everywhere, some of the most unbelievable beauty still comes straight from the earth. These are the gemstones that defy belief. Stones that look so dazzling, so strange, so unreal. They're often mistaken for fakes, but they're not. They're 100% natural. Here are 10 jaw-dropping gemstones that look too wild to be real, but are. Don't forget to press and hold that like button, leave a comment, and hit subscribe before we begin. Ranked 10th, Uvarovite Garnet. Among the most deceptive gemstones on Earth, Uvarovite stands quietly radiant, a brilliant green surface that looks more like a glitter bomb than a geological formation. Its surface is encrusted with thousands of microcrystals so uniformly sparkly that many mistake it for costume jewelry or synthetic foil. The illusion is powerful, but nothing about it is fake. No dye, coating, or human interference. Uvarovite is the only garnet species that is always rich, vivid green, thanks to its chromium content. It doesn't grow in large, fastable crystals like its red cousins. Instead, it forms what gemologists call a druzy coating, a fine carpet of shimmering crystals, each often less than a millimeter wide, layered tightly across the host rock like nature's version of crushed emerald dust. Its optical effect is so exaggerated that even trained collectors often suspect enhancement. But this sparkle isn't man's work. It's the result of light bouncing off perfectly aligned microfacets created under Earth's crust over millions of years. With a hardness of 6.5 to 7.5 on the Mohs scale, and a refractive index near 1.87 to 1.92, Uvarovite is structurally sound, but often too delicate for traditional jewelry settings. Most gem-quality specimens come from Russia, South Africa, and India, and are prized more as mineral wonders than wearable stones. Uvarovite is a humbling reminder that sometimes nature outperforms imitation. This is not fashion glitter. It's geology, precision, and time, all sparkling in unison. Ranked 9th. Fluorite, the candy-looking gemstone that glows like magic and defies expectations. Fluorite, especially the rainbow and ghost varieties, is the gemstone that makes people wonder with their eyes. The first reaction is almost always the same. There's no way this is real. It must be colored glass. But every band of color, every ghostly layer suspended inside, is 100% natural. Rainbow fluorite often has layers of mint green, lavender, seafoam green, and brilliant orange, layered like geological ice cream, carefully layered by nature over millions of years. Ghost fluorite goes even deeper. Inside its transparent shell, you'll find the delicate outlines of previous stages of growth, like a crystal remembering its past, frozen in thought. Despite its relatively low hardness, about 4 on the Mohs scale, and modest refractive index, or 1.43, fluorite has a clarity and brilliance that surpasses many harder, more precious gemstones. Under ultraviolet light, some specimens glow a soft electric blue, green, or purple, like a light from another world. Its perfect appearance astounds people. It is too sharp, smooth, and painted to be natural. Fluorite is not a fake or pretending to be something real. It is the real thing, just too good to be true. Ranked 8th, Azurite-Malachite, Earth's abstract painting trapped in stone. Azurite-Malachite is one of the most visually confusing, precisely what makes it unforgettable. It looks more like a modern abstract painting than a mineral. Streaks of deep ultramarine clash with vivid emerald green, forming swirling patterns that resemble poured acrylics or hand-painted resin art. Most people assume it's artificial, dyed, or enhanced, but the truth is far more magical. This is nature's brushstroke. Azurite and malachite are copper-based minerals, but form under different environmental conditions. When they grow together, which is rare, they create a natural fusion of color and texture that's so clean and intentional looking that it defies belief. The contrast is striking, the polish surreal, and the randomness perfect. No two pieces are ever alike, and many feature intricate veining, color zoning, or even shadowy matrix patterns that look like a geological fingerprint. With a Mohs hardness of about 3.5 to 4 and a refractive index ranging from 1.65 to 1.91, it's not the hardest gem on Earth, but visually it punches far above its weight. Sourced from places like Arizona, Namibia, Congo, and China, Azurite-Malachite is rarely faceted. Instead, it's cut into cabochons, inlay slabs, or left raw as specimen pieces that sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And here's the best part. Despite looking artificial, it's 100% untreated. No dyes, no heat, no filler, just copper, water, and pressure over time. Azurite-Malachite is a reminder that the Earth doesn't just build, it creates. It doesn't just form minerals, it composes art. Ranked 7th, Pietersite, the tempest stone that looks alive. Pietersite happens when nature throws out the rule book and paints with lightning. Known as the tempest stone, this gemstone doesn't simply shimmer, it moves. Inside each piece, colors like electric blue, copper red, stormy gray, and golden bronze twist and churn like a thunderstorm trapped in glass. Many assume it's artificial at first glance. The swirling patterns look like digital art or luxury resin castings. But Pietersite is 100% natural. It's a chaotic, fibrous variety of chalcedony closely related to the tiger's eye, but far more unpredictable. Where the tiger's eye forms in straight, silky bands, Pietersite is wild. Its internal fibers are broken and folded by geologic pressure, creating chatoyancy that doesn't just shimmer, it dances in chaotic, swirling paths. When turned under light, it's as if the stone breathes. With a hardness of 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale and a refractive index of around 1.54, Pietersite isn't just beautiful. It's durable enough for jewelry and powerful enough for collectors. The most famous deposits come from Namibia, with some found in China, and high-grade cabochons often range from 15 millimeters to 40 millimeters across. The real magic of Pietersite is its movement, the illusion that you're watching something alive. That's what tricks people. It doesn't look like it came from the earth. It looks designed, engineered, but it isn't. It's pressure, time, and minerals aligning into a storm. Ranked 6th, fire agate, a living flame, trapped in stone. Fire agate makes people pause and ask, is this even real? Its swirling molten gold, copper, amber, and electric green patterns make it look less like a gemstone and more like a living flame sealed inside a glass drop. Most assume it's been enhanced, dyed, or even artificial. But in truth, fire agate is 100% natural, a geological masterpiece formed deep within the earth during ancient volcanic activity. As superheated water rich in silica and iron oxide seeped into underground cavities, it cooled and hardened into thin, translucent layers. These layers, some finer than a human hair, cause a phenomenon called optical interference, bending light into waves that bounce, collide, and amplify to create a play of color that moves and shifts as you turn the stone. The effect is hypnotic. It doesn't sparkle, it burns. Unlike opal or labradorite, which shimmer across the surface, fire agate glows from within, giving it a dimensional, almost holographic quality that feels engineered but isn't. With a hardness of 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale and a refractive index of around 1.54, it's durable enough for jewelry but often kept as a collector's treasure. Found mainly in Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Mexico, fire agate is never dyed, treated, or imitated successfully. It's nature at its most precise and most dramatic. Ranked 5th, Larimar, a piece of the Caribbean sky trapped in stone. With its soft, swirling blues, misty whites, and touches of turquoise and seafoam, it looks like someone took the Caribbean sky after a storm and trapped it in stone. Upon first seeing it, most people assume it must be dyed or synthetic. The colors seem too peaceful and perfectly blended to be real. But Larimar is entirely natural, and that's precisely what makes it extraordinary. It's a rare blue variety of pectolite, typically a colorless or pale gray mineral. However, something unique occurred in a volcanic region of the Dominican Republic. Mineral-rich waters infused with copper altered the structure, turning it an oceanic blue. Formed where ancient lava met the sea, Larimar is born of fire and shaped by water, and found nowhere else on Earth. Its Mohs hardness ranges from 4.5 to 5, and its refractive index sits between 1.59 and 1.63, but the technical specs don't explain its emotional power. Larimar doesn't sparkle or shimmer. It glows gently. It doesn't demand attention with brilliance. Instead, it invites you to slow down. Something about Larimar connects. It makes people feel like they're standing barefoot at the ocean's edge, just after the rain, wrapped in a rare moment of stillness. Ranked fourth, Rainbow Lattice Sunstone, a galactic grid locked in stone. Rainbow Lattice Sunstone doesn't just sparkle, it organizes light into a precise geometric dance. Inside its body of feldspar lies a surreal crisscross of rainbow lines, as if a computer chip had been embedded within a gemstone. Most people think it's fake the moment they see it. The lattice effect appears too perfect, too engineered, too deliberate. But it's not artificial. It's 100% natural. Formed in only one place on Earth, near Hart's Range in the Northern Territory of Australia, this rare gem contains microscopic inclusions of hematite and magnetite, which align themselves during formation into a delicate grid-like structure. Light hitting these inclusions at the right angle refracts into a rainbow spectrum that moves as you tilt the stone. This optical illusion, paired with aventurescence, a glittery shimmer caused by reflective platelets, creates the illusion of something impossibly intricate, almost alien. With a Mohs hardness of 6 to 6.5 and a refractive index of around 1.52 to 1.54. Rainbow Lattice Sunstone is as wearable as it is mesmerizing. Yet it's not just a collector's item. It's a conversation stopper. You don't just admire Rainbow Lattice, you investigate it. It challenges everything you think you know about natural design. Ranked third, Ammolite, a fossilized flame from an ancient ocean, with colors that ripple like flames, fiery reds, neon greens, electric blues, and flashes of gold. It looks like a holographic fantasy or some lab-grown art glass. But what you're seeing is 100% natural and over 70 million years in the making. Ammolite forms from the fossilized shells of ammonites, ancient marine creatures that once ruled prehistoric oceans. Over millions of years, their aragonite shells were compressed and preserved in thin, iridescent layers that now reflect light in the most dazzling ways imaginable. This optical phenomenon isn't just surface shine, it's structural color, created by only microns thick layers which split and bend light like a prism. Found almost exclusively in the Bear Paw Formation of Alberta, Canada, only about 1% of ammonites have the color and integrity to become gem-quality ammolite. Most pieces need to be stabilized with quartz or resin to survive cutting, not for enhancement, but for protection. With a Mohs hardness between 4.5 and 5.5 and a refractive index ranging from 1.52 to 1.68, Ammolite isn't the toughest gem, but it might be the most arresting visually. Clients often think it's fake when they first see it. The shimmer is too perfect, the surface is smooth, and the color plays too surreal. But then they learn this isn't artificial. It's the skin of an extinct ocean creature, crystallized by time. Ammolite is one of the few stones that carries beauty and memory. It's light trapped in a fossil. It's geology with a pulse. And in a world overrun by synthetic sparkle, Ammolite reminds us that the most unbelievable beauty is sometimes the most ancient. Ranked second, Gem Silica, the liquid gem that shouldn't exist but does. Gem Silica makes people stop mid-sentence. Its brilliant oceanic glow and translucent depths make it look more like mesmerizing glass than something dug from the ground. Most people assume it's synthetic, perhaps colored plastic or a lab-created replica. But gem silica, also known as chrysocolla in quartz, is natural and incredibly rare. What makes it extraordinary is the process by which it's formed. Vibrant, copper-rich chrysocolla, typically too soft and unstable for jewelry, is encased in crystalline quartz, transforming into a gemstone that's visually appealing and physically durable. Quartz amplifies the blue-green color of chrysocolla and adds to the hardness and polishability of a genuine gemstone, bringing its Mohs rating to around 6.5 to 7. When light passes through the quartz and reflects off the chrysocolla below, the result is a soft, glowing translucence, like looking into a Caribbean pool illuminated from below. Its most prized colors range from vivid teal to electric turquoise, often with a silky, almost wet-touch luster. Found in only a few locations worldwide, notably Arizona, Peru, Indonesia, and rarely Mexico, gemstone silica is much rarer than most people realize, and much more stable than many of the more famous colored stones. Gem silica has a quiet elegance. It doesn't demand attention with its sparkle, but draws you in with its serenity. In the first place, opal, nature's impossible light show, and the most misunderstood gemstone on Earth. Opal is the gemstone that defies logic, science, and even belief. It doesn't just shine, it performs like a tiny living aurora caught inside a stone. With its surreal display of electric blues, fiery oranges, neon greens, and flashes of violet, opal seems more like something digitally rendered than geologically formed. But it's real, 100% natural, making it the most misunderstood and mesmerizing gem on Earth. Its color comes from diffraction, not reflection or refraction. Millions of microscopic silica spheres, arranged so precisely that light is split into spectral flashes with every movement. Black opals, especially those from Lightning Ridge in Australia, are the crown jewels of the opal world. Deep, dark backgrounds that make their internal fire explode with color. These gems can easily fetch over $10,000 per carat for top specimens. Ethiopian opals, meanwhile, glow from within like mystical jelly, their translucent bodies absorbing light and releasing it in soft pastel waves. Some even absorb water and temporarily shift in appearance, adding to their legend. Fire opals from Mexico blaze in orange, red, and gold, with or without play of color, and look like drops of molten glass frozen mid-drip. With a Mohs hardness of around 5.5 to 6.5 and a refractive index between 1.37 and 1.47, opals are delicate but dominate visually. Most people think they're fake when they first see them, because no gem should behave this way. That's why opal ranks number 1. It looks fake even when in your hand, yet it is natural and unedited. Each is a visual fingerprint, a living canvas of color and light, shaped by water and silica over millions of years. Nature is the original artist, and these 10 gemstones are her masterpieces. Each one challenges what we think a gemstone should be, not just sparkling, glowing, shifting, swirling, and sometimes whispering with age-old memory. Let us know which resonates with you in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.